O winged seeds of russet tinge, standing tall on the forest fringe, your feet, dispersal far and near, taking root, sprouting shoots. Dare we to think that this is nature's omen, the sanctuary's role, a sangha to mold, for Malaysians to uphold?
I was the first student at SPS. That was at the beginning of year 2001. Even though I had already been a monk for almost 2 years then, there were still many other aspects of the Dhamma Vinaya that I had not learned. There's so much more that I need to equip myself with to be a suitably trained Buddhist monk. I think I only seriously learned Buddhism when I was in university. There was this part of my life where my faith towards Buddhism took significant leap. It was when I went for a meditation retreat. At the end of that week, I found the thing that was missing in my life. I toyed with the idea of becoming a monk for some while after that meditation retreat.
Then only during his third year in university, because that time he always ask us whether we allow him to go for meditation, join reverence rituals. And that time it was during his New Year time especially.
Oh yes.
New Year time, that was his holiday, I think. Very natural. Didn't expect him to want to be a monk. I had mixed feeling. It was one one side of me wants him to go, just because it's something that he's happy about. So just let him go. The other part of me wants him by my side. He's happy being a monk. Now it's like fully no more the attachment. Fully no more. In the first year, maybe when I see, not because you hear stories about monks being, living in solitude, and then you don't know whether they have enough food to eat, and those, whether there are people to take care of them. You worry about those things. So, but when I came and see the condition here, it's okay, it's alright, everything is okay.
I find SPS to be a marvelous place for aspiring monks to study, practice and progress. Sitting on a hill just outside Taiping town, SPS is just next to a forest. Very conducive for a contemplative life. Facilities for teachers and students are now ready for what SPS has been set up to do. That is to train Malaysian monks in the Dhamma Vinaya.
The IMP is actually the introduction to Monkhood program. So it's an introduction to Monkhood. We are trying to take a different approach because we are more of the forest tradition. The whole program is structured upon giving them a lot of free time to do their own meditative practice, and coupled with talks and discussions in between.
Actually, many activities like the breakfast in the riverside or the Tangga. We went for Amtrao. The Dharma discussion given by Bhante Agachita also let us know more about Buddhism and meditation. 10 Dutanga is allowed by Buddha. Dutanga is like some kind of practice. Like we can only eat in one posture, or eat in a bowl only, or go for Amtrao.
And also because of the location of SPS, which is quite different from the other centers, they have to spend a lot of time in the morning walking down the hill to collect alms and coming back again.
Part of the Tanga practices like go for peanut butter, go downhill, walk up, and then get a taste of Monkhood, bowl and things like that. I think very few we have this kind of thing in Malaysia.
We also have very interesting things that are not offered in other novitiate programs. Like we can have their breakfast at the riverside. going for a nature walk every morning. And we also offer exercise like yoga. And we are fortunate in this first IMP to have a yoga instructor with us. He's a qualified yoga instructor. The importance of the stress on health is also quite peculiar to us. I think the other novitiate programs would not probably have this in their schedule because we feel that health is very important, and if you have good health, then it will help you to make progress in the study and practice of Dhamma through our own experience, and we already know that. Also, the talks and articles and the other items in the program have been structured in a certain way. We have a series of a reading list for them to read up on certain contemporary issues of Buddhism. And then we also have scheduled discussion sessions based on the reading list that they have been given. That's one set. Another set is we have invited guest speakers to come and give talks.
What impressed me is I think Bande Agachita, he got very good networking. From the speakers invited to give talks to us, they are very competent speakers. To give them good training, you really can't train on your own alone, because I think also maybe Bande Agachita had in mind what monks should be in the new millennium. They should have communication skill and all this stuff. So in that way, I think they won't be lacking the facility to train a qualified monk.
We have also tried to ask the invited speakers to speak on monkhood, experience of monkhood, what monkhood is all about, various aspects of monkhood, because this is relevant to the program that we are offering.
The program here offers a holistic approach and holistic training. This kind of program will offer a more comprehensive program to make one a more rounded potential monastic member.
In the course of my lectures, I also wish to impress upon the participants that here in SPS, we are offering a range of possibilities, because we understand that different people have got different inclinations and different talents and different interests. So we offer Pali studies, chanting, meditation, and talks on public speaking for those who are interested in doing missionary work, as well as the topics that we cover also show that we are doing research in Buddhist scriptures and the actual interpretation and practice of the Buddha's teachings.
Actually, I was a novice before. Yes. So this is sort of second attempt to me. I think this attempt, this course provided by Bante is more comprehensive, a complete overview of what is life as a monk.
The best place I have seen so far, and I think it's very conducive to practice Dharma here. For the past 1 week here, I feel very peaceful.
We also have practical sessions, like we have this morning you saw them making brooms, and then Venerable Kumara was teaching them the theory behind determining dawn rise and noontime, solar noontime. These are very important things also because as he mentioned in the talk, dawn rise and noontime are important factors that determine how we practice the precepts in Buddhism. Now, I should also be giving a short talk and some practical sessions on basic Pali astronomy, because the Buddhist months are actually based on the path of the moon as it moves in relation to the constellations. And the Pali constellations are not the same as the zodiac constellations, although they may have some overlap. So it will be interesting to show them where these constellations are and how the months are named after them.
The schedule is well planned, so it's just like a monk's life. It's no pressure.
I think that I've also managed to convey to them the importance of having an open mind and also having mutual understanding and acceptance of people who have different beliefs and practices from us. I think that it has so far has been very well accepted.
Bante is a very open-minded person. He is very approachable. Lots of loving kindness also.
He's a very brotherly, I put it that way.
In fact, before I came here, I was told that he is a very strict teacher.
I'm more interested in advising those who are already interested to become a monk to choose the right teacher, to be more choosy about your teacher. I think that is very, very important. And if you can do that right, then you are starting it off the right way.
Actually, we are going to have more programs. This is the first time that we're having it because only now we have the facilities.
I first knew about this program through email from a friend. To any lay Buddhist, monk play an important role. I did have a curiosity about how does actually monk play a role and how do they live their lives and what do they actually do besides the welfare and community service that we see in public.
At the edge of the forest, so with all these waterfalls, it's very serene actually, very good for meditation. And then also not very far from the town itself. So,
last time I went to the membership program, it's not like this, like it's the really monkhood in life. So now it's better training, can enough walk down the hill.
And I believe that this program here, Introduction to Monkhood program, will be the best that can be offered in Malaysia anymore.
As a monk, you have the duty to protect the Buddha's teachings. So, not just for oneself, but for others too.